Blessings. Today's gene key is gene key number 7, guidance. The real leader is the ultimate listener. The gift of guidance, the shadow of division, and the CD of virtue. My wisdom story. When I was little, I trusted and admired the peace-loving elders in my community. As I grew, my people experienced more oppression from the outside world, and new leaders appeared who believed that it was time to fight fire with fire. At first, I hid. I handed my authority over to elders who maintained the peaceful ways of our ancestors. But when our community was attacked again and again, I handed my authority over to the leaders who fought back. I watched them become and more like our enemies as divisiveness grew in our village. I was tired of giving my power away to dictator types who never bothered to ask what I thought or how I felt. I was tired of waiting for others to get it right. So I stepped forward as a leader and fought for my people and for justice everywhere. Over the years, I attracted many followers, always certain I was on the right side of justice. A deep ambition grew in me that was fueled by anger I hadn't yet owned. One day I scolded a young woman for not listening to me or following my advice. Her tears showed me I had lost my way. From that day on, I stopped leading and started listening. I discovered that every community member was wise and capable of making an important contribution to our people's path. Today, I am no longer fueled by a fear of oppression or the desire for external recognition. I don't need everyone to understand the way I lead or why I do what I do. What drives me now is a deep love of service and the belief that there is no such thing as a healthy community without healthy, free, and autonomous individuals. When I guide groups, I interfere as little as possible and always find that each person's wisdom and gifts just naturally rise to the surface. The less I push my agenda for the group, the deeper the communication, the more transformative the action, and the smoother the implementation of the vision becomes. There will be more and more leaders like me as we move into the future. I know this to be true. Thus, I am able to trust in humanity even during these turbulent times. My gift to you. I am here to share that true leadership is not about forcefully imposing an agenda or interfering in others' lives. It is about lovingly empowering from behind the scenes. but not driven by the fear of oppression or the love of power, but by a profound love of service. I am here to provide you with true guidance. I come to recognize the wise, free leader in you and to help you trust in your own direction. I am listening. Questions for contemplation. Where, to whom, are you giving your power away? Where are you still hiding? Who has given you their power? Is it time to give it back? Are there areas in your life where you're pushing your agenda? Are you willing to listen more deeply to the needs of others? How is it that you would most love to serve this world? Where is your loving guidance most needed now? Think of someone in your life who has acted as an empowering, compassionate, and virtuous guide. What were the qualities you loved most about this person? Pick one to intentionally integrate into your way of being, listening, and doing today. Gene Key number 7. The gift of guidance, the shadow of division, and the CD of virtue. The real leader is the ultimate listener. By Richard Rudd. Let's continue to explore this beautiful key, number 7, the gift of guidance, the shadow of division, and the CD of virtue. Its programming partner is number 13, discernment. The real leader is the ultimate listener. Richard Rudd. And to help us explore this beautiful key, we have the green and gold dragon from Sirius. It's an energy of bringing universal knowledge to our spiritual path. It's perfect alignment this week as we are in the beautiful Lionsgate portal still until the 13th, the 12th or the 13th. And the Lionsgate portal is just that, bringing energy in from Sirius. So this green and gold dragon comes in right on time. And when we think of green and gold, we think of prosperity and abundance and life and vitality, earth, fruitfulness. It brings universal knowledge. Knowledge is power, and it's bringing all of this to our spiritual pathway for us to live and to live abundantly. Its symbolism is to be a transmitter of sacred knowledge, just as this portal is bringing into us knowledge, learning about ourselves and our powers, our strengths and our weaknesses. Helps us to learn about our spiritual technology. And you might be thinking, well, what is your spiritual technology? one aspect of your spiritual technology are your chakras, right? So again, we're in the Lionsgate portal and Sirius and Lacume. Lacume is the ascended aspect of Sirius. And right now we are literally receiving beautiful gold energy or gold frequency or the golden ray from the Sirius planet, actually the gold and the blue. But all of it is bringing forth that abundance within us. And with that abundance within us, we use these tools within us to create more prosperity and not create more prosperity, but tap into the abundance and the prosperity that we are, and to help that to manifest. And what is that prosperity? What is that abundance? It's the keys and the codes within us. What is a key? A key is something that opens a door. What is a code? A code is something that gives you access to a space, right? We usually have to put in a code to get our money, put in a code to get into the gate, right? So if you have the code, you're granted access or you're given access. And let's think about this in terms of our own beautiful temples, and that we are holding keys and codes. And as we experience this week of Gene Key 7, August 6th through August 11th, yes, that we are receiving that golden light that helps to access our inner keys and codes that are helping to guide us. And remember, the essence of guidance and leadership is the listener. So there's this aspect of really listening to ourselves, listening with an open heart to what is happening around us, right? Listening through the heart, and that's very important. And using this information to move through dimensions, to take us to the new spiral of our lives, right? To be the cosmic traveler, to make the shifts and the leaps of our lives that we need to do, right? And the symbolism of a dragon is one that is able to fly and soar, right? Dragons have big wings, but dragons also have tails. So there's this duality of the tail and that symbolism of the tail and the wings, and bringing it all together. And which aspect of the dragon do you relate to? That's a good question, you know. The heavy tail or the flying wings? Right? The fire or the knowledge, the movement, you know? So we're being asked to tune into our higher knowledge, and that we can bring forth this higher knowledge now, right? It's giving us symbolism and alerting us to and guiding us to awareness, that we have to observe our subtle changes in thoughts as well as our attitudes, right? Our awareness is really required in this time. Paying attention to our dreams as well. And then we go over to the beautiful unicorn. And what unicorn came out this time is unicorn number 7. And a beautiful synchronicity, the unicorn is saying, listen to your heart. How perfect is that? Awakening up our psychic abilities. And you know that they use the word psychic a lot, and I always say the psychic part is your 5 clairs, you know, and to tune into the infinite. Tune into what is eternal and infinite. Again, that Lion's Gate, we're in this Lion's Gate energy, the 8-8-7-1-8 coming through as I say that. 8-8. Right, so we're developing and fine-tuning our senses. And again, remember the green gold dragon was talking about universal knowledge on our spiritual pathway and our spiritual technology. So when we fine-tune our senses, we're talking about our clairsentience, right? And our clairvoyance and our claircognizance, right? Clear seeing, clear hearing, clear knowing. There's 5 clairs. I can't remember the other 2 right now, but there are 5, right? So our spiritual technology is attached to our body because we are physical and spiritual people. This is everything within you, nothing outside of you, right? So your sacral chakra helps you to pick up the pain of others. Empathy is our new gold, right? And really tuning into our empathetic ways and really knowing how empathetic we are and also protecting your empathy, right? Our solar plexus helps us to seek wisdom in situations and to find high solutions or the highest solutions to our challenges, gifts, situations. The heart is allowing us to give and to think and to operate with a sense of compassion. And it truly is our biggest psychic center. So we use our heart to connect with one another. Animals, people, it's our attunement center. How are we connecting with others? Through our heart, through our mind, through our pains, We go into the third eye, and the third eye is where our clairvoyance shows up, our enlightenment. And we breathe pure white light into our third eye, and this helps us with our sensitivity. And really, what is that? Sun gazing. As you sun gaze, you're breathing in. They say breathe in the light. Some things I do. When I'm sun gazing, I'm literally breathing in the light of the sun into my third eye. And then our beautiful crown chakras. All of this, again, is a part of you. And these are the things that we can use to help guide ourselves as well as others. So our crown chakra is open to our clear cognizance, clear knowing, so that the keys and the codes of our true wisdom and light can be downloaded into our temples. Beautiful messages from the unicorns and the dragons, reminding us of how to love, how to listen, and how to guide, and how to really tap into our heart as that central base within ourselves, as well as the bridge that connects all of us to all of us, to each other. No division, just virtue and guidance. And let's conclude this exploration with a poem or a prayer. And as I do this work, I meditate with the energy of the card, and I breathe with it, and afterwards I just let something flow out of me. This is my service. Yes, to listen is to guide. To hear is to set the vision. And to feel is to promise to never be blind or betray again. The leader leads with fullness of heart, listens with an expectation of hearing, and responds with the words of a healer. A guide watches the waters, sniffs the air, and is alerted and awakened by the sounds and harmonics of imbalance while we breathe and create and weave peacefully, dreaming up the creation and creations for all, in harmony with nature's melodies. To listen is to guide. To guide is to listen. To listen is to hear, and to hear then becomes to love. And from love is where we came. And love is where we will arrive again. So listen, love, listen, laugh, listen, live, lead, love, and guide. The real leader is the ultimate listener. I will that you all have had a week of love and guidance and listening. Blessings.